the society.
It's an individual, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a person, but he's also coming as an angelic force, right? So when he comes back, he's going to destroy this place because of the wickedness thereof and what happened to our people, you know, years ago. And just all of the sins compound together. That's why the Messiah's coming back to destroy this place. But at the same time, to balance it out, he's going to come and deliver us too. He's coming to save and deliver those that believe on him according to the record. Because what I want to go back to is not your brother. What I want to go back to is earlier you were saying that you know, there's different Bibles, which there is. You know, certain things have been, different Bibles have been edited, but this Bible here is generally the KJV. But you know, again, if I say that, you're not going to believe it, are you? KJV. This is the true version here. But you know, a lot of people say, well, he was an Edomite, but no, he was actually a J. He was actually one of our people. Because you had, like, during the time of the the 16th to the 17th century, some of us were kings in England during that time. They're so-called black people, yeah. And if you go further into the history around the 12th century, he was just ruling all over this area. As well as Spain, Portugal, the whole European area. Yeah, what's up, bro? Oh, yeah.
Israelites, right?
Yeah.
And that's what that brother will teach you, the history. He's called real Israelites.
On YouTube, you said?
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, we was sitting on thrones all over the place. I think it's spelled real Israelites. Is it real Israelite or real Israelites? Yes. This is his channel right here.
So this is our channel, right? Subscribe here. As I said, if you type GMS, you get GMS Atlanta, GMS Chicago.
That brother knows the history inside that.
He knows the whole thing.
So I can watch this from the beginning.
Yeah.
Similar colours to that. Similar colours to this.
I go from the start.
This is you guys.
That's our channel.
That's our channel. Yeah, so I mean, like, there's a lot of history in this country where we actually ruled here. You know, because what happened was we took down the ancient Roman Empire around, what is it, a little less than 2,000 years ago, and basically, because during the time of Rome, the way we took it over was the fact that we came up into the positions of power, and that's how we took it over. But as the centuries progressed, we started to become more prominent in these areas within Europe and all of that stuff. So that history is there, but they're not going to teach you that. But yeah, King James was the king of Scotland, as you know. Or if you don't know, that's all right. He was the king of Scotland, and he was the one that authorized the Bible to be translated. Now, he didn't translate it. He had about 47 scholars, which were other so-called black men under him.
King James.
Yeah, he was an Israelite, yeah. Yeah, he was a so-called black man. And
that's just to you know, give you a little kind of see the Union Jack, right? The Union Jack is really
the Union of Jacob.
The Union of Jacob.
Yeah.
So that would be our forefather.
Yeah.
So he unified Scotland, Ireland, and England.
Yeah, that's why you have the United Kingdom.
Can I say something as well? Yeah. We've just passed November 5th, right? You know, bonfire night. Yeah. Have you never questioned why do they celebrate the fact that someone tried to murder the king? Yeah. In school they teach you, gunpowder, treason and pot. Well, Guy Fawkes was, if I'm not mistaken, working on the behalf of the Roman Catholic Church to try and assassinate the king, because King James was an Israelite. And in 1605, that's when they had the gunpowder plot, where they tried to tunnel under the Houses of Parliament and blow it up while he was in there. But yeah, the Spirit of the Lord had them found out and foiled the plot. And in 1611, that's when King James authorized the translation of the KJV Bible, which is what we have now. Yeah. So, again, when you really look at things with a logical mind, you've got to say, hang on a minute, right? If someone tried to blow up Queen Elizabeth in Buckingham Palace, would they be celebrating them all these years later? Having days commemorated to them? It doesn't make no sense, does it?
No,
basically they're a false monarch. They usurped basically the true monarch of this land. Basically, the whole of Europe was ruled by even if you go back, if you really want to, I don't want to go blow your heads off. Even if you really look at the Japanese and the Chinese, the ancient Japanese and the Chinese, they were there as well. There's even proof, somewhat of proof that you could say that original Chinese were Israelites. That's why you have various castes in certain countries, man, because they understand really the difference between what they would call their own people and the original, who are usually the dark skin. East India has that. They have that in Japan. They have that in
So how did the whites come back?
Well, what happened was during the time, because we're dealing with the 17th century now, so around that time period, that's when he was coming down. Like we started coming in around, 325, 400, around the 5th century AD. But we started going down around the 1700s. So between that time period, that's when we went into captivity. They sold us as slaves and all of that stuff, right? And what happened down here in this country is a lot of churches, a lot of buildings were burned up, a lot of homes were burned up as well. And basically, ultimately what happened was, the ultimate reason why they came into power is because around, January the 30th, 1649, they cut, what's his name, Charles I, right? Charles I was
King James I's son.
Yeah, his head was chopped off, they cut off his head.
They call him the black. Was that the black?
Yeah, they call him Black
They call
Boy.
him the black boy.
Yeah.
You've got pubs like that.
Yeah, that's called Black Boy.
That's
the reference to Charles I first. He's going to explain it.
I'll tell you what I know. Basically, what that is, they call him the black boy because he was an Israelite. He was dark skinned, but they have an excuse as to why they called him that. And I can't remember the excuse. I think just because I think he had really long hair and it was black. But yeah, now they're trying to remove the names of those pubs because they're trying to tell you that it's offensive. But you will find that most of the time when they're saying something's offensive, it's not people like us that's complaining about it. Right? So it's really just they want to mask up their history.
Yeah, that's really what it's all about. Like you have a street,
mask up their history.
you have a street called Black Street. Yeah. See? So when you dive into, it's cool. It's exciting to know the truth, and that's why if you notice when you go to school, right? It's very boring. You know why it's boring? Because they're teaching you lies. Lies is boring. Truth is exciting.
That's it.
That's the difference.
That's it. Yes.
No stimulation.
As a child, even with the white skin there,
No, it's boring.
It's not.
Yeah.
And that's
Doesn't
also
make your brain explode.
Yeah.
You're doing it because society says you have to do it in school.
Yeah. And another reason why we're commanded to go to school, because when you look deeper, what it is we live in an empire, and there's people at the top that want you to think in a certain way, instead of how they want you to think. So that's why you have these school systems.
Because
you know,
it's not even governments. You have elite people who are.
Well, it is. Well, you could say it's the government.
They are the government.
They are the government because the word.
You would call them the shadow government.
Yeah.
But they're the ones that actually brought about the school system. Before you would be taught, you'd be educated at home, and then they made it that you had to go into an industry to be taught. So everyone's taught a uniform way of thinking.
Was that not? Because I did a little bit of research into this. They brought, I believe they brought that in the education system.
at the end of the industrial revolution.
Yeah, exactly. Because wasn't it to do with there was just a large influx in the amount of people creating their own businesses, so they needed the employees.
Right, they needed more slaves. Yeah, basically. So that's what it's all about. Like when you look at the school systems, like it's just to keep everybody in a certain state of mind, so that they can keep you under the influence of their trends. Not necessarily for your own betterment, but for their own betterment, so you can prep up the system and walk the walk that they want you to walk, pretty much.
They don't teach you how to be like Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah. And you know what too, I don't mean to cut you, brother, because I said as a government, right? Now, the term government means to control the mind. The word government is control the word met means the mind, but you get the term mental. So this is why the system is set up. It's set up to control you. You know?
So what about someone that starts from zero, and then they make it to like
oh, they get up into them levels. Well, again, you have to bump heads with certain people, and you know, that's how you're allowed to get up in them rankings, so to speak. And I'm gonna hit you with something too, because the thing with the schools, yeah, like it kills. What is it? It kills. What is it? Two. It's a one stone that killed. What's this?
Two birds with one stone. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. So anyway.
Two birds with one stone.
Yeah. So what happens is when you go to school and they teach you all of this information, what happens is all of this information is clogged in your mind, right? So all you know is what they've told you. And on top of that, let's say you want to be self-sufficient and you want to educate yourself. Your mind won't allow you to educate yourself. You know why? Because your mind is full of saturated with the information that they're giving you. Yeah. That's why it's so hard to learn new things. Most people.
It's like to interject, but that's why Esau's whole thing is lies. That's why he's able to deceive the world. Which is why when you know the truth makes you free. This is what the truth is, the scriptures, right? Yeah. So when you know the truth, it's hard for someone to lie to you. And as the brother said, the elites, like the shadow governments who really run the society, the Rothschilds and the banking families, they know this truth. So in order to teach a lie, you have to know the truth.
See? It's like you said, you know, how it baffles you how these people are falling for this, right? It's because I would have said their brains are fucked up. Yeah. They can't come out of what they've been taught. You know, we're actually brainwashed. We're brainwashed. No, I don't mean
clean.
We're clean. Our minds are clean, man. Yeah. We know the difference, so we know the tricks that they're trying to pull. So they can't deceive us.
And that's a very good point. Our minds are clean. So when you clean your mind from out of this gunk, which is what you've been taught, now you're able to learn and understand this truth more entirely. But you can't learn this truth with all of the information you were taught in the school system because your mind's clogged already. So that's what that does too. But you know, what they also know the truth, because this brother spoke about how they know the truth. The truth that they do know is they know who you are. They know who we are as a collective. That we're the children of God, and if these people return back to their power, then our rulership is done. So that's why it was very integral, important to set up all of these different systems to suppress you in a way. Shalom, brother. I wish you
Elder, can I bring up this scripture that I'm not sure if you brought it out earlier, right?
Yeah.
That we have to go to them for all things, yeah? Deuteronomy 28 verse 48. There shalt thou serve thine enemies, right? I'm not sure if he explained to you about the enemy.
No.
Which the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi shall send against thee in hunger, in thirst, and in nakedness, and in the want of all things. We have to go for them for every single thing, right? So you can't just run up the ladder by yourself. You have to go via the system, yeah?
Wait, can I just, before you finish, let me give you an example of that, right? You see Dr. Dre, right? He's a billionaire, but he's still got a boss.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre's a billionaire. Yeah. But he still has a boss. Does that make sense?
He still has something to answer to.
He's still got something to
because
answer.
what, like the taxes?
Board of directors.
No, forget the taxes.
Government.
Whatever record company he works for is his bosses.
Yeah.
So he may be making the music, but the people who own the record labels, they make all the money off our talents.
He might own his own labels, but he's still under it. And if he was really his boss, he wouldn't have to sell his beats and all that. He'd keep his beats. He has to sell his beats. Exactly. So Apple's over him.
Because that was a real, that was a strong thing.
Might I bring this up, Baba Kashar?
No, finish it, okay. You go, finish.
Because the reason why we're in this situation is because our people are under the curses.
Yes, that's the old
right. Because what happened is we got the blessings, right? We got the blessings because of our forefather Abraham, the birthright, right? But because when at Mount Sinai we made the covenant, we were given 613 laws, statutes, and commandments, but no man can keep all of the laws in the Bible. It's not possible, except Yahawah, right? So because we couldn't keep the law, we've come under the curses, right? So in Deuteronomy the 28th chapter and the 15th verse it says, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahawah thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, all these curses shall come upon thee. So the reason why Dr. Drake and all of our people can't own our own businesses because we're cursed. Every business we have, it fails. We don't have our own economy. We don't even have our own land anymore. Our land has been stolen. Now we're in the land of our enemies as slaves. Now the point I want to make is this. Deuteronomy 28 and 68, it says,
and you know what, too, brother, if I may interject, because when you look at this whole entire system, the way it's set up, the reason why our people occupy, you know, the working class sector is simply because, I mean, like, you know, society will say, oh, we got IQs or whatever, right? But let's just be realistic here, right? Not every, they make out like all of us, like, you know, I'm talking about certain people, they make out like we're just dumbasses.
Listen, basically all the other celebrities, just to interject, all the other nations, right, are against us, all of them.
Yeah, but brother, I don't want to just go there. Yeah, I'm not going
to read it.
Can't. But I just want to explain something though, right? Because the way, like, if you look at the people that own these corporations and all of these jobs, they're all powerful Edomites at the very top, and they know about who we are, and they have a natural hatred towards us that they can't explain themselves perfectly. So when you have all of these entities ruled by people that naturally don't like us, right? Even the banks, because if you start your own business, you got to go to the bank.
Yes, it.
Right. So who's owning those banks? They're owning those banks.
Yep.
So now you're in a stage where people own all of these different things that don't like you. So wherever you go to them or whatever, they're gonna just close the door on you all the time. Now you'll get a squeeze in society, but you're on your part to play in this society, and this is why in school, right? I don't know how it is down here in England because I went to school in the States, but the only thing that they teach us in the States is that we were slaves and that was it, right? And the reason why I'm making that statement because that's the part that they want us to play. So we'll only show you a narrative that you were slaves, but we won't show you we won't show you your real history that you were kings. Because if we show you that, you're gonna have a king-like mindset and you're gonna rebel against the system. So we need you to be focused on this part of the history because we want you to play a part and be in a circle only. You know? But we're not going to be service stuff. We're going to be the priests and kings after the Lord makes a second return. That's why the kingdom is going so.
Right, so one of the ultimate curses that came upon us, it says Deuteronomy 28 and 68, and Yahawah shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, meaning the land of Israel, and there you shall be sold unto your enemies, bondmen, bondwomen, no man shall buy you.
Yeah. In other words, no man is going to save us from this captivity. Are you going to go? That's all right, man.
Have a good one, man. Have a good one. Guys, thank you very much.
Bless you, brothers. Yeah, bless you. Yeah.
Yeah, take care, man.
Y'all be blessed, man.
Yeah.
Shalom. Yeah, man. So I mean, that's how that is. I mean, like we're in a world where it's controlled by one set of people, and these one set of people, they're making sure that we remain to be slaves to themselves. That's the first thing because we disobeyed His commandments, and that's why the Lord allowed us to be in this estate to get leeway in the system. You know,
and if I may. It's kind of beautiful when people come up and they ask sincere questions because you see how many topics we was able to bounce off of, form some sincere, honest questions. Right. Yeah. And to show the balance, we had the police coming by giving us.
I said it earlier to the brother.
Intimidate us.
You see?
Yeah. But now the balance is we've got some sincere brothers who come and want to learn. Yeah. That's beautiful, man. Because that's why we're here. We're here to edify our people, man. And
brother Caleb, can I add to what you just said? Right, the brother that was standing nearer to the elder.
I tell you what, you two brothers, y'all got it.
I heard him saying about 5-6 times, "Is this from the Bible? Is this from the Bible?"
Yeah.
Because they don't get this information in church. Period. Right? He's amazed. He was amazed. Is that the Bible?
Yeah.
I could see the expression.
Sitting on my shelf all these years, has got all this knowledge.
Thank you.
May I say something as well? Like when I was a child, right? You know, like most of us, Jake, we come from at least the Southern Kingdom. We come from the, Christian households and stuff. So when I was young, my mum taught me the Lord's Prayer. We used to go to church, and I'd be sitting in the church, and I'd be bored as hell, man, because they'd always be talking the same old bullshit, like the Noah entered the ark and the animals went in 2 by 2. They never talked about, them people fucking wicked, man.
Yes.
You're lucky you heard that. All I heard was the preacher just talking out of his own heart. He was just talking. They could be rambling about stuff, talking about God's going to do this for you, He's going to do that for you, and He's going to do everything for you, and you don't have to do anything.
You're just going to get blessings.
No, they just
Exactly.
They just like just let them hear.
And that's why we bring them scriptures, because that's the spirit has to be.
Yeah, they stop.
That's right.
We're standing on the back a little bit.
If I may continue on that point though, like when I was in church, as I said, I was bored as hell. And the thing is, I'm lucky, man, because the most I was always put a discerning spirit on me. Like, I can always see when someone's full of shit. Like when I was at primary school and the teacher would be faffing around, I don't know, this person don't know what they're talking about. Likewise, when I was at church, I knew that they were freaking making it up as they go along. And there's always something that was in my mind. I was thinking, well, I don't know Jesus. That thing kept ringing in my head. I don't know Jesus. Like, listen, and he died on the cross, right? But they used to say, oh, he was healing the sick and, you know, helping people. I'm thinking, well, hang on a minute. If this guy was going around healing people and helping people, why the hell did they crucify him? See, things don't add up. When you actually think about it, if this man was all love and all peace and everything, which he was at the time because he came as the lamb, but the scripture says, I have not come on earth to send peace, but a sword. You know what I'm saying? They don't teach that side of the Lord, man. So this is the thing, they're teaching some watered down bullshit doctrine, which is just boring as hell. Like the guys are saying, when you get into real history, it's exciting, man. When I was reading these scriptures, man,
I said that, brother.
Honestly, man, when I'm reading these scriptures for the first time, like as an adult, when I'm coming into this truth, I was like, raw. It was a page turner, man. The book you can't put
that's
down.
it. You want more and more like that popcorn,
I say in cinema, right? When I was a child in the 80s, there was a film called The Never-Ending Story. Right?
I remember.
It's pretty cool, you know, adventure film. But the real never-ending story is these scriptures, man.
Yes.
Honestly, because I mean, you can go over it up, down, left, right. You can read the same scripture 10 times and you get more understanding from it. It just doesn't end, man. It's like a gift that just keeps on giving.
But that's the frequency of the truth. When you know the truth and you keep, even if you know the truth and you keep seeing the same thing, it raises your frequency. Like you could be in a dark state of mind. You read a couple of scriptures there and there, you're back to square one again.
It's true, brother. It happens.
And the brother brought out, I think you said it earlier, we have comfort through the scriptures, or at least me and Ariel were talking about it before. Like, we read these stories about these mighty men, like they don't talk about the acts of Joshua, they don't talk about Gideon and men like that. Oh, they might talk about Samson, but they just brush over it. They don't talk about how David was slaying people. I said before, like, okay, they might talk about David and Goliath, but they end the story there. Oh, he's slinging with a slingshot, that's it. Nah, man, what about when David was ducking and diving from King Saul? Jumping over walls, bending bars of iron with his hands, all this stuff.
From our lineage,
exactly.
Boy, that's the kicker. From our lineage.
And that's the proof, right? Because when you look at these fucking gutter rats, man, I can't say that word, the JOOs. I see videos of them. When the way they move, they just look all awkward and shit.
They look like they're ready to die, man.
Exactly. And there's been times.
They look like they're ready to die.
There's been times when they've been getting roughed up by the police, right? And the police are rolling them on the floor, they're pretzels, man. Like they've got no backbone. They're just weak people,
they're
man.
The weakest.
And that proves the point we made before about two manner of people shall be separated from thy vows. One people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger.
Because they're the most wicked among Esau and the most weak.
That's why their strength is the sword, because they know if it was a straight up fight between Jacob and Esau, 9 times like even when I was at primary school, right? I used to get into a lot of fights when I was younger, and there's something that I observed. I thought, hang on a minute. Usually, these Elamite kids are kind of weak, right? The Edomite kids are kind of weak.
Yes, they are.
But when you go up against Jake, that's when you're going to get a decent, fight. But them other kids, man, they were just weak as fuck. Like, you could see Jake dominated, man. Like, if it was in athletics, we was always the fastest. When it came to fighting, we were the strongest. When it came to playing sports, we were just killing it, man. And there's no hiding that. That's why Esau's power is in the lies, because he has to try. He has to go above and beyond to hide who we are and try and make himself out to be the originator of things. That's why he has to eliminate a whole period of history and call it the Dark Ages.
And you know it too as well, brother, right? Because see, when you hide the truth as to who we are, guess what he can also do? Is hide the truth as to who he is. Because simultaneously, when you find out who we are, you find out who he is. And that's something that he wants to hide the most. Is who the hell he is. Because if we find out who the devil is, I mean, if we find out that Esau is the devil, and he's the wicked race of people on the earth, then how can people respect their authority?
Yes.
They never expect it, though.
That's why the scriptures say he's a fugitive and a vagabond.
Yeah.
This man will run around claiming he's everybody else except the Edomites.
He made it very difficult to
Talking
find
about,
out.
you know, basically talking about Esau's trying to destroy us, but he can't destroy us. And although he spent all this time and money to destroy us, we just multiply.
Yeah.
We just continue to multiply, and that's a promise from the Lord, because he said what? That we'll be as the sands of the sea, man. Hosea 1:10 says, "Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered.
Wow.
And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living power." So, and that's that point of the awakening, man, because now people know. People will say, "Oh, it's them Israelites." You know, they'll walk past and you hear people say, "Oh, that's them Israelites."
Yeah.
They're not talking. They're not even saying anymore, "That's them blacks that think they're Israelites." They say, "No, that's the Israelites."
Yeah.
They know, man.
They know, man.
And like the elder said when I got here, we're everywhere.
Yeah.
And Esau's trembling because of that.
Yeah.
Because his time is short now, because the truth is out.
Yeah.
And once the truth is out, it's like that Pandora's box, man.
Yeah.
Once you open that Pandora's box,
Yeah.
all hell breaks
Can't
loose.
close
You
it.
can't close it.
And what is one of the major things, they want to try to get rid of the Bible so we can't, because that book was made for us. Because you know the word Bible, you know what it means, the word Bible. No, I'm going to tell you, it's the acronym for it. It says the Bible is the basic instructions before leaving earth. You see what I'm saying? And that is for us.
Yes.
That is for us.
That's deep.
Yeah. So lucky, may I just say something as well? When them guys, them brothers was standing there listening, that made me think of Ezekiel the 37th chapter. You know, prophesying to these bones, when can they live? Because them guys, they were thirsty.
But brother, can I just interject? You see where we're at, right? We're in this park.
Yes.
Ridden with Edomites.
Yes.
And yet it's still our people.
Beautiful, beautiful ark, beautiful.
So even so, you could be anywhere on the earth. Your people, the people of the Lord, are still going to come around so that we can teach them.
The scripture says to prophesy unto the women.
Oh, beautiful.
Regardless.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
and I want to say this too, because you got Israelite camps that are saying, "Oh man, why don't you guys teach in the hood and go see your people?" We don't got to teach in no hood. Our people are going to come around wherever they come around.
Where the spirit, where man's going is of the Lord. Man's going.
That's it. So we've been to the hood. Them niggas don't listen, man.
That's right. They tend to get out.
Yeah, we've been to the hood,
They don't wanna-
and these niggas don't want to listen. Like there's a program on ITV called Peckham's Finest, and it's just full of niggas, man. Faggot niggas as well, man.
Oh yeah. And a metrosexual type of like
Flamboyant black faggots and all that stuff, you know. But it doesn't matter where we teach, all right. Even if we don't see it and it's going on the internet, the Lord's going to put a spirit on someone.
Yes, that's beautiful.
You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
Just doing the work. That's it. Because that's what's bringing about. That's what's breaking down the strongholds, man. Doesn't matter who's watching it. Whoever needs to see it is going to see it.
Who would hear will hear.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
That's it.
And technically, those people in the ghettos, right, and I don't understand overarching, but those people in the
Brother's
ghettos,
gonna close out in
they're not our
10
people,
minutes.
man.
So let's
You know?
say again.
Those people in the ghettos, on the whole, if they're niggas, they're nothing to do with us.
Yeah, they're not our people.
Even Rakar said that. He said, the people that we want to get are not people that look like you. That's when we came to King's
That's
Cross.
facts.
Because one or two people weren't too happy that we were going to leave those places, those spots, right?
Yeah.
In the inner cities. But he said, the people that you're looking for are not people that look like you. The people that you're looking for are people that could come from any nation. They could look like any other nation.
Yeah.
So that's
But
why.
you know what's happening? You know what's happening?
Yeah, go on.
Because I was, usually you have those moments when you talk to yourself, right?
Right.
And I was saying to myself, man, the Lord can deliver who he wants to deliver.
That's
the
it.
Lord can deliver a man that hasn't even stepped foot in the street.
That's it.
Because the Lord, he's the power that, as it says in Romans 9, he's the power that has compassion on his people. So he could deliver anybody, really. But at the end of the day, obviously, he's going to be an Israelite, and he's like you said, he's going to look like another nation.
And I believe all three of them are Israelites.
Yeah, all of them are Israelites, bro.
No, thank you.
Just to say, but I believe they obviously, you can always say, look at them and admire the way they, but you can't see that, man. They were vibing, and like the elder said, man, the questions they were asking, there was a spirit on questions.
Of course, brother. Heavy.
There's no questions on point.
No.
They were deep questions, man. Important questions. Not bullshit. I never heard anyone say, well, what about the white man? And you know, all that shit.
Let me just say this, just a little side point. I said it to Ahab. I said that guy. He reminded me of that guy from the Man of Valor, one of the brothers from Man of Valor, and I just said it, just because he looked like him. So I don't know. It's a one-off thing, but you know what I'm saying. Like I say, it could be a potential. That could show that he's a potential. We don't know. We just don't know.
But he said something earlier that I don't know if you brothers clocked on. He said that I knew there was something going on in this world. He said that. He said he knew something was fishy going on.
Oh yeah, that was after I said don't take the jab. I said that's not. I noticed he smiled,
Yeah.
So he must know something. People got people in their family that are getting all kind of problems, man. And I noticed he smiled when I said don't take the jab. Point back. Period. It's not good for your health. He smiled.
Yeah. He said they're trying too hard. He said that they're pushing it too hard. There's got to be something behind it.
Yeah.
If I may bring out a quick case,
This is a quick one, just because we was talking about, it being through the spirit, and we're not supposed to look at it carnally and look at, the appearance. And this is Jeremiah 12:9. It says, "Mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird."
Right.
The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour. So, as we already know, as we're getting into, we're out, like, I don't know who said it, but coming here, you could be reaching Jakes, man. They might, they could look like Edomites. They could even look like those Amalekites, man.
Right.
All right, or the Elamites or whatever.
Because it really doesn't matter, man. At the end of the day, like you said, brother, the Lord only wants us to come out here and teach. That's it. Don't really matter. I mean, what kind of does matter? But what I'm saying is this, right? The Lord commanded us to teach.
Yeah.
We're doing the work so that people can, because anybody can walk through this park.
Anyone.
Anybody can come through here. And as it happened today, a bulk of our people came around. And I think even them guys that like Edomites, very well people too. But they were kind of hesitant because, I kept on saying so-called white men. So you would kind of be hesitant. But they were Israelites, man. And I can even look at the guy with the cap on. He was definitely a Jake too. I keep it real.
To get it because you taught that he's white.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
That's
what's in his brain.
That's what's in his brain, yeah.
Even Tyson Fury, even through the spirit, Tyson Fury, he thinks he's a gypsy.
Yeah.
He really does believe he's a gypsy. But through the spirit, man, him and Billy Joe Saunders, his cousin, through the spirit, they're Israelites, man.
Is that his cousin?
Yeah, they're all cousins. They're cousins. Wow. Yeah, they know each other.
That's why so-called white boxer is knocking out blacks, man.
Yeah.
Because he's not a so-called white person. He's an Israelite, man.
And Elder, can I just say something here, right? There's about, how many of them? About 5 of them, 6 of them? I remember the script, if this, even one of them just repent, because you remember what it says about the, if one repenteth, all the angels in heaven, paraphrasing, rejoice in heaven. So there's about 6 brothers there, maybe this one of them might take it serious. But you've done a beautiful job.
You've done a job.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Because it's not about, because see, like all of them jigs could have came around
here.
And it could have just took one jig to get it.
Just one.
That's all we need.
The Most High just wants one of them.
He hasn't given us a quota like that.
No.
You've woken up 5 Jakes now.
Yes.
It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work like that. You might just want one.
Can I say something? Because I said those guys are thirsty souls, man. It's like water. Those guys are thirsty souls. You can see that they know they've been deceived for a long time. So when they're hearing the truth, it's like, I'm thirsty, I want to drink. So let me bring this out, right?
And like I was saying earlier before, the truth is very exciting. Even though it's like I'm gonna say this, we know the scriptures already. We read the same scriptures time after time. When we come around each other and we read scriptures tit for tat with each other, right? It's exciting, man.
It is.
Because that's the truth. The truth is exciting, and that's why I was saying to the young man that the reason why school is boring, because they're teaching you bullshit. They're teaching you lies. Well, you said bullshit, brother. Like you kind of you said bullshit. But that's what it is. But when you teach the kids the truth.